Hello, Taurus community. Soul Tigress here with a wonderful story for this special, this proud Taurus community. I'm not sure what's going to unfold in the story today, but let's find out together. I have called in Taurus's spirit guides, ancestors, angels, as well as universal and divine energy to be a part of this story as guides and protectors. All right, let's jump in, persistent Taurus, and let's find out what's going to unfold in this story today. One thing I have observed in shuffling and setting the intentions for the energy for this story is there's a sense of enough is enough. That's the energy I'm picking up. It's almost like somebody is being pushed to the edge of something. So I just wanted to relay that message out there. I'm not sure what's going to come out. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this Taurus in this story. So, all right. What wants to come out for the present for Taurus? Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Stuff spilling out everywhere. Stuff is spilling out everywhere. And it has to do with the way a Taurus has been building for years. What else wants to come out? Movement is wanted. This particular Taurus wants movement, but the Chariot is supposed to be here. That's when shoom, it's going, but it has turned to here. So that tells me it's a block that comes and it goes. That's interesting. It's a block, or this stopping and movement, I should say, in this story is a coming and going. What else wants to come out for the present? What else wants to come out for the present? Judgment. And it lands on the Five of Cups. It lands, and that's in the same position as the Chariot. Tauruses can be hard to express emotions. A Taurus wouldn't want you to know that they're tender. A lot of Tauruses I know have wonderful exterior layer that shows the armor. That definitely shows the armor. But beyond that armor, there's a soft, gooey, just lovable Taurus underneath. And Tauruses can be sensitive in their emotions. They'll never show it. They won't show it. It takes a while. It takes a lot for a Taurus to really show their emotions. It does. And this one, I felt like they have clapped their emotions towards something. But they're seeing it's still a cycle, that Five of Cups. It's a way of building, but it's not what they thought it was. So here we have the Tower. A tower that's getting ready to happen. Somebody's tired of dancing to somebody else's tune. Because look at, there's one person who's upset. This could be for this Taurus in a job. It also could be at home. But they've been dancing to somebody's tune, they feel like. Defenses are up. Defenses are up. But it falls on judgment. Is this Taurus? Are their defenses up towards themselves? Because when judgment is supposed to be here, but it's freshly turned to here. And that means, boom, it got to go there, it got to go there, and it got to go upright. It got to make it cycle. Everything has to make it cycle. That's how I read these cards. Depending on which way it turns, depends on what part of the cycle that particular sign is in. And these are all the Judgment's freshly turned, the Chariot's freshly turned, the Tower is almost ready to happen, but the defenses are against how this Taurus feels. How this Taurus feels about this situation. Second guessing is what I'm hearing. Maybe over focused in one direction of this situation. Over focused in one direction of this situation. Could this Taurus be too grounded? Because we can get too grounded. When we get too grounded, we can't see the bigger picture of things moving. And here I have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. Sorry, there's a little bit of nudity on there. Is this bigger picture having to do, again, within a structure this Taurus dwells in? And does it have to do with multiple people? Multiple people, because there are 3 feminine energies here. 3 feminine energies. And what else I'm noticing is these feminine energies are surrounded. They're surrounded by mushrooms. There's also some big boulders that are surrounding them. There's a way a vine grows that surrounds them. So this is something that is very enclosed. It's something that I would say somebody would keep going back to. Almost as if this Taurus has their thoughts organized. But this is where they seem to go in this direction. It's what's being overthought. Huh. Was there not... How do I phrase this? There's something coming in and I want to phrase it right. I'm feeling like one of these feminine energies has to do with a role model of an energy. One has to do with one that is looking away. One that is looking away. And the other one has to do with a fertile choice. A fertile choice. And as I say, a fertile choice, we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands pop up. That's passion. There's passion. That's why this keeps coming back. Again, more another wand. And then we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. How do I choose? What is the right choice? Which direction do I go in? Which direction do I go in? Yeah. Wow. Wow, I'm going to show you. So we have the Temperance on top. And then we have the Page of Coins. What is the right choice? What do I choose? This Taurus has been praying. They've been praying. It's a conflict. It's a conflict of feminine energy, though. That's what it is. It's a conflict, whether it's at home with a family member, with somebody, a partner, maybe a soon-to-be partner. But the Taurus in the present is not happy. Happy with how they built. It could be in the environment. Who's in their environment? Sometimes Tauruses get tired of people who will turn their back on them. They can love somebody. They really, really can. And they can appreciate that person for their little quirks that they have. You know, that's what will attract a Taurus sometimes too. But a Taurus will get tired, you know, of not feeling like they're receiving attention. A Taurus will get tired if it's always somebody putting themselves kind of above them in a seniority way. A Taurus will get tired of what I'm hearing is somebody using fertility against them. Fertility. What I'm hearing, fertility, it could almost be the prospect of how fruitful things could be. If we work and we get over this, you know, we're going to be so much better. But if somebody's running into the same issues and is producing same results, but you're expecting different results, and that's going to keep you in the cycle of the emotions. That's going to keep you building in a direction you don't want to go, and that's going to halt the outcome that you want. That's going to keep you dancing to other people's tunes. Focused, but looking too closely focused. This Taurus is dealing with a heavy, heavy burden. Now I can understand why I'm picking up at the beginning that there's being pushed to an edge. Being pushed to an edge. Taurus will clap back. Taurus will be stubborn, though, when they are dedicated, because they're loyal to the things that they're dedicated to. They are loyal to the things that they're dedicated to. And they'll get stubborn. Even when that thing is not good for them, they will be stubborn. Workplaces can be toxic. Coworkers can be toxic. Home environment can be toxic. It's definitely in a place where this Taurus likes to reside. One more? Okay, one more. We're going to work on the block for this Taurus. We're going to work on the block for the Taurus. All right. Ooh, angels of protection. Angels of protection. Protect this frequency. Protect this frequency for our Taurus community. Theys and thems, sisters and brothers. What is it that wants to come out for the block? Hung up. Hung up. Hung up in how this Nine of Cups turned out. Hung up how it's just emotions are spelt out. Hung up how the Ten of Pentacles can't seem to happen. They can't get their ideal outcome with this situation. Has to do with some contracts. It has to do with a deal. But I'm hearing it was a dirty deal. It was a dirty deal. Really assess how that deal went down. Really assess the core of the push for that deal. That's what I'm hearing this Taurus needs to do. Again, if this Taurus is just looking that I have to honor this contract. I have to honor this contract. I made this contract. I have to honor it. And they're looking at it so closely that they're not seeing the bigger picture. We can get people in our lives who are swift, and they can capitalize on people who are anxious or are being anxious in the moment. And that anxiousness can come from uncertainty. That anxiousness can come from a lot of different things. But if you have a person who knows how to capitalize on that, sometimes a person can be rushed into a deal quickly so they don't have time to really think about it. Maybe this is what this Taurus is thinking about. But it never hurts, even if it's years later, even if it's a month later, it never hurts to go back and fully look at that bigger picture. Look what that contract was based on, what that deal was based on. And if it was based on rushed movement done out of anxieties, not movement out of having, that confidence, that comfort, I would imagine that I could see why this contract is not working out. Now this fell onto the Hangman and it fell onto the Page of Cups. Is this contract having to do with somebody? And it fell onto the Four of Wands. Does this contract have to do with somebody who appeared as an Empress energy, appeared to be the whole package. The whole package. But now, this package is really showing their colors. This package has been showing their colors for a while. I say a while, drawn out like that for a reason, because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I feel like this energy is really focused in on themselves. It's really focused in on themselves. I hear cringe. Now, this could be a very cringy energy, or this energy puts out cringe because, again, there's insecurities. There are insecurities. Ooh. This fell into the Hangman, and it fell into that Empress in reverse. This person either has angry outbursts, or they cause this Taurus to act out with the things that they're doing. I'm hearing it comes back to contract. They're not honoring the contract. They're not honoring their part. And I'm hearing, but they expect me to. Maybe this person is really micromanaging you. Maybe that's what's this Nine of Wands and how that plays in. Really micromanaging too. To the point where you're hyper-focused, you're micromanaging as well. Is there a sense that this Taurus and for the block is basically on eggshells? And when I get that, it's like, you guys could even hear the change in my voice. It's like, oh my God. It's like, if I make one step this way, is this person going to get upset with me? Oh. This Taurus try to come in. I try to do the work. I try to do the journey. I try to get right for this person. For this person. But I'm always left. I'm always left having to, go in another direction because that wasn't right. That, I can't do anything right. I think it was this way. It's always a fight. It's always a fight with this person, no matter what I do. It's not the wish I wanted. It's not the wish I wanted. It's not the harmony. It's not the harmony. I'm not celebrating anymore. I'm not celebrating this anymore like I used to. Because when we get in contracts, it's usually a happy thing. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning, but this is not being celebrated anymore. I'm focused on the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, it could be building. It didn't build up the way it was. It built down. It built down in the opposite direction. Oh my goodness, Taurus. Oh my goodness. This situation has this Taurus chasing their tail. That's what it is. They're chasing their tail. Taurus, aren't you dizzy from chasing your tail? Bulls don't chase tails. Bulls don't chase tails. Bulls don't chase tails. This Taurus, what I'm hearing is, but I really want to try. I really want to get this right. I really want to get this right. It's very important that this Taurus succeeds in this contract. It's like the Taurus is willing to give a lot up to succeed in the contract. It's like this contract is really a part of this Taurus's foundation. Maybe it's the foundation that they think success is in. This Taurus needs to know to be flexible. Time changes things. Time changes things. What was once a beautiful contract could be something so different 5 years from when it was first set. It really depends on the individuals in that contract. If we talk about this Taurus, look at the bigger picture. This really wants to come out. Look at the bigger picture. We'll use work as an example. Somebody who makes salary. All right. Salary happens. They're making their set amount. It's 10 years later. The economy has went up, it's went down. Now it's in an extreme amount of inflation. We'll say since that contract was signed, inflation has went up 30%. But that person is still making the same salary. What happens sometimes is that person's going to bring that back into negotiations. They're going to talk about, well, I need something a little bit more and different because I need, to survive. I need to be able to pay bills. Inflation has happened. How this applies to a partnership, family member, friend, is that we can enter a contract of loyalty with somebody. And if that contract is tied towards, oh, because this person's my family member, I have to put up with this, then that person is gonna be not the greatest vibration in that Taurus's life. That person is going to create conflict with maybe their actions, maybe the things that they say. I can't really say. I'm only getting so much of a glimpse into this story that I can share. What happens, Taurus, when we run into conflicts with contracts that we made, it could be because we're growing. We're looking at life a little differently. Things have happened in the environment. What we needed then is different than what we need now. What does this Taurus need? What this Taurus wants is to fulfill this contract. But is it what the Taurus needs? If it can't ever get to that 10 of Pentacles, if it's always dealing with somebody who, is going to restrict you, dealing with situations that aren't the best, that are overbearing, that are shallow. You have to figure out there's a difference. This Taurus has to figure out there's a difference between wants and needs. Wants and needs. Oh, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus in this story. One thing that's important to Taurus is to be loved, adored, in a stable environment. You know, a Taurus wants to come home and just be loved on, you know that they're important in their home. I would say a Taurus they like shiny things. Taurus can be very materialistic. But Taurus's language of love, from what I've experienced, is like a home-cooked meal and time with their partner. Time with their partner. Now, it isn't like an overbearing, like I have to be with you 24 hours a day. No, Taurus likes to go on their journeys. Taurus likes to go on their journeys. All right. So, Taurus, you need a new day. You need a new day. I'm hearing go. Watch the sunrise. Watch how beautiful that sunrise is. Look at all the colors in the sunrise. Watch how the hues in the sky change, even as the sunrise is building up. Look at that bigger picture and how it works. There's a transformation needed. There is a transformation needed. Again, what is the wants versus what are the needs, Taurus? Are these wants serving you? As I say that, ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom. And it falls onto the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands in side position. You have that wisdom. You feel it in your emotions. You feel it in your emotions. It's almost what kickstarts the passion. But let's be honest with yourself. Let's be honest with yourself. That's what the ancestors are saying. It's time. This fell onto your pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. Discernment. And there's number 6. 6 is a harmonious number. Discernment. Maybe looking at and seeing what is harmonious in your life. What's not harmonious. What is needed. What is not needed. When it comes down to get into this 10 of Pentacles. To this 10 of Pentacles. Can't take everybody to the top is one of my favorite quotes. But I want to focus on not everybody is meant to stay on the ride the whole time. Not everybody is meant to stay on the ride the whole time. Of, having this Taurus available to them. The reason why I say it that way is, again, this Taurus is dealing with something work-wise. This Taurus is dealing something with a family member. It could be a partner. But it comes, again, down to perception. And perception fell on discernment. Don't cover it up. That's what's coming in, is stop covering it up, Taurus. Stop covering it up. You stop covering it up because you need to stop covering it up because Once you get down to the nitty gritty of this, bam, ascension. You're leveling up. When you start adding value and you got people like this, acting like this to you, dealing with situations like this, then you leave no room for mofos like this to come in again. Because you've been there, you done that, you dealt with that. And this Taurus in this story is going to see that. That you're only going to leave room when you start leveling up is for people like this to come in. And say this Taurus is acting out. If this is this Taurus acting out in such a way, then once this Taurus starts getting honest with themselves, once they start getting honest with themselves, they're going to be able to level up and operate in a higher frequency, because they would have gave themselves validation. This is what is really important, and that's why wisdom is here. This is why it's a transformation. That's why it comes down to perception, why it's using discernment, and realizing that the way it's been building hasn't gotten you to the 10 of Pentacles. Hasn't gotten you to the 10 of Pentacles. And it's always left that emotions, no matter how much you've been working on them, it's still leaving them in a cycle of dumping and then withholding, dumping, withholding, dumping, withholding with this situation. But again, if this Taurus in this story gives validation and can use a discernment between the wants and the needs, they're going to add value to themselves. And it's only up from there. Only up from there. Boom. Mic drop, Taurus. Mic drop. Wow. This was an intense story. This was an intense story, Taurus. Dedicated Taurus. Stubborn Taurus. Get stubborn for yourself, Taurus. Get stubborn for yourself. All right. Thank you, Taurus, for coming in and sharing your time with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you.